Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, Wa Rakah Bakwadash, alright, or by Hashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that ruled well. Peace and salutation to you, Akim, that's pushing this word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. This is the brother Zion Amath from the Great Millstone, Detroit, by Camp. All right, I wanted to do another quick video, dealing with wisdom, because, referring to the scripture in Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. That's what's going to hold us up, when the world is in shambles, when Jake is becoming like women, in the time of Jacob's trouble, the men of the Lord, the hopeful elect, are the ones that's going to stand strong, because we got the scriptures to lean on. We have that comfort, because we're in the know of what's going down. We know what's happening, and we know why it's happening. Even though, we're still, in the spirit, we're going to have that fear, just in the sense, we're hopeful. We hope to be delivered. We don't know. But nonetheless, we have that wisdom, and at the same time, we have that confidence, to believe. We have that faith in the Lord that, hey, He's gonna deliver us, out of our troubles. He's gonna He's gonna afflict us nonetheless. But we have that trust. So it seems like an oxymoron, but the Lord deals with balance. He give you a little bit of bitter, a little bit of sweet, But dealing with the wisdom, it's just, meditating through the spirit, how that's what we deliver, into the people, into the world, week after week. We give them that tough love, we drop the words of the Lord upon them, and hey, these people don't appreciate it, they don't take it in, they don't consider, that the wisdom, that the words of the Lord that we speak, all right, is the very thing that could potentially save their soul, because, hey, at the end of the day, the world look as, as nobodies, as degenerate, as niggas, spicks and wetbacks, so, these guys, they can't know what they talking about. They're not, in the best dressed apparel. They ain't in fine linen suits. I don't see them having no money or driving expensive cars. So what can they teach me? This is the mentality of the world. But yet, we are rich. In fact, let me get that right quick. We are rich, because we had the faith, we had a knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the Heavenly Father. And hey, that's a treasure you can't buy. You can't purchase that. You can't purchase wisdom. You can't purchase knowledge. As the saying goes, if you got it, you got it, and if you don't, you don't. Hey, Lord willing, the men of GMS, the hopeful that we got it. And we try to give it unto the world. For those that can receive it. But yeah, we know through the spirit, they're not going to get it, because that's just how the Lord got this thing set up. But, dealing with the rich, right? Because we're rich in faith, This is Revelations 2:9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty. All right? He knows the work that we're doing week after week, the videos we put up, the sincerity and integrity, that we try to uphold, through the spirit. He knows the tribulation. Why? Because, hey, He's the one that set up this hell for us to go through because of, of us, forsaking the word of the Lord. For going off and chasing after these other nations and worshiping other gods, all right, following the custom of the heathen. So he said, hey, because of that, he put troubles on us, many troubles, all right. It says, and poverty, all right. Going back to Deuteronomy 28, he told us, the do's and the don'ts. He told us the the repercussions that we would ensue if we didn't, follow his words. You know, referring to the poverty, he said we was going to be in the want of all things, from our enemy. I'm roughly paraphrasing, but that's what's going on right now. Jake is in poverty. Jake is in, in the hood, in the projects. He ain't got it. He don't have it. Say as far as monetary, if he want anything, he got to run to his enemies, so-called white men, and these other nations that's confederate with each other. You know, whether it be these little mini malls, strip malls, to these big major retail stores. And ain't no Jakes owning none of these places. They all heathens. All right. It says, but thou art rich. Even though we're going through all these things, we're rich anyway through the Spirit, especially the hopeful elect. All right, because hey, we have the kingdom to look forward to. These other nations, they don't have that. They don't have that. It says, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. We use that to refer to them so-called Jews that's in our land right now, claiming to be us, claiming to be the Israelites. But they're not Jews. They're bastards. Okay, that should not come into the congregation of the Lord, even into the 10th generation. All right, they just imposters. Because because Jake has the salt, so it's like we understand. Who wouldn't want to be us? Who wouldn't want to get the promises, right? But even though you can fake the funk all you want, you can try to dress like the Israelites. I mean, hell, you can you can try to keep the laws and all that, but it's all vain, all right? Because it's all according to the seed. At the end of the day, it's according to the seed, and that's something that these heathens can't. You can't produce that. It's nothing you can do to gainsay that, all right? Because this thing is a bloodline thing, all right? It ain't just because you're in a particular area of the world, just because you in the land of Israel, that don't make you the people, all right? The Israelites or Jerusalem, all right? They're a people before a place, all right? We were Israelites before we even had a home, before we even actually conquered the land of Israel. We were already being called Israelites, first of all right? So there you go. Now, dealing with the wisdom, that we try to give, to the world, right? This is Ecclesiastes 9, and I'm gonna start at 15. Now there was found in it a poor wise man, and he by his wisdom delivered the city. Yet no man remembered that same poor man. Then said I, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard. You know what I'm saying? And, hey, that refers to us, as far as this world, they turn a blind eye, like even literally, they don't even want to look in our direction, they don't want to make that eye contact, you'll see people, even cross the street when they're approaching the camp, on purpose. They'll cross the street, go past the camp, and then cross the street again, just so that they don't have to hear the words of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So they don't have to be, they don't want to be called out on their wickedness. You know what I'm saying? Because these people are fully set in them to do evil. That's all they know, and that's all they love. They don't want to be checked for their wickedness. They don't want to. They feel they are already saved. Especially if you let these Christians tell it. They say, "Oh, I'm saved. Oh, I just got saved last week." Oh, for real? You just got saved, or you already saved, but yet you still in hell. You still here in America. You still got to work for the so-called white man. You still got to pay taxes to him. You know what I'm saying? You still got to pay light and gas bills. So how are you saved? Huh? How are you saved? How are you delivered? How are you redeemed? You still got to work the 9 to 5 and slave just to make ends meet. What are you talking about? You still got to eat GMO foods, all right? And drink this bad-ass water and breathe this terrible-ass air. So you're not saved, to the Christians out there. Let's see. I'm going to jump down to 18. It says, wisdom is better than weapons of war, but one sinner destroyeth much good, And that is true. Wisdom is better than weapons of war. You know what I'm saying? And so the Lord, he gave us the best weapon there is, the spiritual weapon, the weapon that cuts down to all these nations' marrow, down to their soul, to their spirit, where they can't gainsay. They can't. It's no opinion they can come with, because a lot of people want to say, in my heart or I believe, but you not backing it up. You know what I'm saying? And that's the weapon that the Lord gave us. He gave us the words to speak where we can back it up. You know what I'm saying? We can prove what we're saying via the scriptures, So it shows you it's simply the Spirit of the Lord. It's His knowledge, it's His wisdom that trumps, all these naysayers out here. Because, and that's the defining line. That's the cut. You know what I'm saying? Because, when we try to bring scriptures out and these people want to debate, they be like, oh, why you got to read the Bible? Like, just tell me what you believe. And that's when you get the confusion. But if we just stay in the Word and just bring the scriptures out, there's nothing these people can say. They cut to the soul, This is Hebrews 4:12. For the word of the Most High is quick and powerful, and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. That's right. You know what I'm saying? When you bring this word out, we really see what these people's true intentions are. You know what I'm saying? Through the Spirit, because they'll come up, with soft words, and they act like they have sincere questions, but when you bring out certain points, and you'll see they start, being irked in the spirit, like, oh damn, why you say that? Why'd you have to say that? You know what I'm saying? Why'd you read that? Hey, because we trying to see if you sincere and see where you truly coming from. That's why, This is let me think. This is 1 Corinthians. This is 1 Corinthians 1:19. For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise, and I will bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent. Where is the right, Salakia? Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? Have not the Most High made foolish the wisdom of this world? For after that, in the wisdom of the Most High, the world by wisdom knew not the Most High. It pleased the Most High by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe. Right. You know what I'm saying? It says, for after the wisdom, hold on, where was that? Right, have not the Most High made foolish the wisdom of this world? That's right, He has. You know what I'm saying? Through the scriptures, we pull out his story, we back it up with historical facts, where things, we have the internet now. You can fact check what we're saying to see if it is so, Hey, like the Church of Berea, they search daily the scripture, to back up the things that Paul was preaching unto them. And that's the opportunity that we give to the people of this time, We preach the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, you know what I'm saying? And now you have the new age, Urim and the Thummim, the internet, where you can Google anything, in the blink of an eye. You know what I'm saying? And you can find it out. You can see if we bullshit or not. You know what I'm saying? But through the foolishness of preaching, because we may look silly, we sound crazy. We at sometimes so-called cursing people out. We screaming at the top of our lungs. But that's just the spirit of the Most High. That's the passion. That's the warning from the Most High. Who would you rather tell you that you're gonna be destroyed? You want the Most High to tell you? Because hey, when he gonna show you better than he can tell you. He ain't gonna be no talking. The talking has already been done through his men. All right, he set up men to push this word. All right. Once that that's taking place and the famine of word begins and this and that and the destruction come, the talk is over. It's just time for action at that point. What are we talking about? The Lord's a man of action. You ain't got time to conversate with peasants, with peons, with his creation. All right? You got to remember that. You're his creation. All right? He's the power of everything that can destroy your soul if he choose to. You know what I'm saying? He has the might to do that. He can destroy your flesh and your soul and spirit. All right? That's the one you should fear. You know what I'm saying? But hey, through the foolishness of preaching, we confound these people, And they be like, damn, like how you know all that? How do you have that understanding? Hey, assembly through the spirit and power, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, It's not of us. We say that all the time, And through that, we try to wake up the hopeful elect, as we say. We try to save the ones, through the foolishness of preaching. We try to save the ones, that believe. We try to teach them and show them, this is the way, to walk ye in it, Let me get another scripture. This is back in Ecclesiastes. This is Ecclesiastes 7. There's a couple in here. Let me get this. This is Ecclesiastes 7 and 12. It said, for wisdom is a defense. Okay. Because see, we know how to deal with people in the world, you know what I'm saying, by applying the scriptures, by reading things that happened aforetime, right, you say that, things that are written aforetime were written for our learning. So, we apply those things, with the world, where, when we at camp, you know what I'm saying, when people try to scoff or, try to rile your spirit up, because you have agents that come up, this and that and the other. And we already see your angle. We see what you're trying to do. We know that you don't want us out there, preaching the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So, we're going to treat you accordingly. Wisdom is a defense. It says the best they say in the world the best offense is basically a better defense, because you're always on the ready. If you're in defense mode, you're always on the ready for whatever your opponent throws at you. You're in control, and that's what we do. We control the narrative, because you have people that come up and they try to have this great montage or soliloquy of what they feel is right. Like I say, what they think in their heart. But hey, we that's why we use the scriptures. We use the scriptures, all right, and it cuts everything they thought they knew. This Bible trumps everything this world could offer. Everything. Matter of fact, I think this is Deuteronomy 4. What's that scripture? This is Okay, this is Deuteronomy 4:6. It says, "Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, this is surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people." That's right, and that's what they say. And, they may not. Some people actually say that, but hey, when even for the ones that don't want to outrightly admit and they walk away, they be like, damn, like, I was cut. Like, well, I learned something. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? Because, again, we using the words of the Lord. You know? That's the greatest, this is the greatest, education that we could ever receive. The hell with that, that fucking, I don't know what to call that, elementary, you know, nonsense that they teach you in school. It's all elementary, even in college. Even at the college level, that shit is elementary. It's simple. You know what I'm saying? That shit just set up to bug you out, But that's pretty much all I had on that, concerning this topic. I didn't want to make it too long, But basically these people, they're gonna be sorry, that they didn't adhere to the words of the Lord, that when they had a chance to repent, and change their ways, they forsook it. They sought it for naught, So hey, with that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that rule well, and peace and salutation to Yakim. Let's push his word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom.